All right, catch cans and pre-filters. There's a lot of debate. People have their views on it, and I don't really care about a whole lot of different discussion. My view is the catch can is an essential item. When you've seen the inlet manifolds and the other associated inlets of modern diesel engines after 100,000 Ks without a catch can, to me it says everything to put one on and just not have the problem, because you're looking at $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 just to have your inlet system cleaned at 100,000, 150,000 Ks versus a couple of $100 for the catch can, and then the subsequent, you change your filter every 10 or 20,000 Ks in it. Preventative maintenance to me. The Preline filters for the diesel, that's a bit of a different story. Honestly, if it doesn't have a water alarm, like a Preline filter with a bowl on the bottom, to me is a completely useless investment, because you can't see it and you don't know if there's water in there. So let's be honest here. How many people are going to know? You're going to fill your car up, start driving, and what are you going to do? Get out and check to see whether there's water in your Preline filter? It's not going to happen. So, unless you're using the alarmed version where you're sitting in the car and you're being notified immediately as soon as water hits that thing, you get an instant notification. Everything beyond that is a waste of money. On the Dmax, the stock filter over here has a water alarm on it. So for me, this was a ventative dual system, so that if water gets to the Preline, an alarm goes off in the car for me, and hopefully I'd catch it before it gets to the stock filter. So pretty simple. The installation of the Preline on the Dmax is pretty easy. Behind the stock filter, you just rip all the stock filter out. Behind there, down in there, is the inlet. So you just run your pipe. It runs around down here. You can see the two big pipes. Runs up into the Preline. Okay. So the one closest to the metal here is the inlet, I think from memory, and the one closest to the battery is the outlet. And then you just run back from the outlet of the battery to the inlet off the existing filter. The catch can, on this particular one, I actually had to swap them over. I had to use, the instructions said use a long one on the outlet of the catch can and the short one on the inlet, but I actually had to swap them over from what the instructions said. So down here, where are we? Here. So you've got your inlet, or your outlet, your inlet here. So you're sucking air from here, or it should be taking air from there through down along here, goes into the bottom of the catch can, and then you come out of the top of the catch can and then back to your manifold in there. So nice and simple. And I wish, the only thing I wish about the install of the catch can is that these pipes were a little bit longer. That's it. Because, like I said, I had to swap them over. So, the long one and the short one are different now. They've changed. And it's very tight. You put the fan there, like if that cable tie broke, it's going to be very close to hitting that fan, driving along. So it's a little bit iffy for me. And honestly, you know, having to cable tie everything that tight starts putting pressure on things like, you know, what it's cable tied to, which I just don't see the need for. You know, if you don't need to add a pressure to something, then don't.